So this is my friend Robert, and the one rig that I get asked about the most for how it's built is not my Jeep, because they're everywhere. It's your 4Runner. Everybody sees it and they love it. And they want to know, what all have you done to this? And this is by no means stock anymore.
Pretty close.
It's not at all stock. And you've actually made some recent upgrades, even from our recent videos together. From the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail and stuff. It's grown up a little bit since then. So walk us through it. I guess let's start at the bottom and work our way up.
Well, first it's TRD Off-road, and I got questions like a lot about why didn't you go pro versus TRD Off-road, and we're going to upgrade the suspension, the tires. So to me, the TRD Off-road with the crawl control and the technology, and it's a premium package. So it's got the sunroof that's covered up right now, but it had everything the Pro had that I was not going to change. So I like the TRD Off-road. The first thing we did obviously was a lift. Right now we're running Fox 2.0 Race Series Fox shocks with the coilovers, and it's adjusted to about 3 inches for a lift. And in the back it's 2.0, and I have the Emu 800-pound springs, constant load. And then that was the first thing that we did, and then we added 33s, the 285 70-17s, which most people put on the 4Runners, with the stock rims. But running around with you guys with your Jeep Rubicons and 35s, I'm like, I want to do the 35s. So just recently we added the 35 1250s and on method rims that have the beadlock technology. They're not beadlocked, but they can go down real low. And then we did the body mount chop, and we beat down the pinch welds, which is something you got to do to keep from rubbing. And even still, the question is there rubbing? On the fender, a little bit when we hit the whoops, it still rubs a little bit. So there's still a little bit of rubbing, but nothing major. And then we added the bumper, which is the C4 low profile bumper with the low bull bar, and it's got the Warren winch with a synthetic cable, 10,000 pounds, and it's got the factor 55 a hook on the front, and then we added this later, which is the high clearance wings on the side, and that's also C4.
I like that. Really makes the front end look a lot more aggressive.
And it was kind of necessary for the 35s too, to get that in there. And then, of course, it's all covered in mud because this is not a mall crawler. We actually do wheel this quite a bit. And it looks a lot better with mud on it because all those scratches that are down the side.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
But these are, you can't even see them because they're covered up, but it's Toy Tech rock sliders that have the little tree kick out on the side.
It does have saved your butt a lot of times.
They have, for sure. And then around the rear, we, before the Colorado run, I added the Expedition 1 rear bumper that has the ladder for the access to top, and then obviously the tire swing outs, and then the tractor roofs in the back. And then I've got two 4-gallon liquid containers. And let's see, and we put the roof nest Falcon on top, and I got this really for my wife more than me, because I actually like, if you look through there, that's my hammock setup that I sleep in my hammock quite a bit. My son used this last night, so that's why it's up. It's pretty comfortable. I do supplement the mattress with an air mattress sometimes. And then we've got the 23-0 180 awning that comes out. I had a 270 at one time, but when you wrap it all the way around and you try to lift up the back gate on the 4Runner, it hits it. So this works out a lot better. And
we spent a lot of rainy afternoons under that awning.
We have. And I'll show you the inside on the back. I added the Dobinson drawer system, and it's got all my tools in here. On this side, we got a little bit of the recovery gear and some medical kit, miscellaneous tools. We've got the refrigerator slide out that comes with this. And right now I'm running the ARB. 63 quart. Little water port system. I forgot what this is called actually, but it's like a little shower system that's supposed to heat up with the sun. But obviously, I just keep it in there to have pressured water every now and then.
I like this little shelf up here.
Well, I actually built this shelf.
That's handy.
We got this one from. I got a little cheat sheet here. That came from Rago Fabrication, and I liked it. And they have a shelf for it, but it was several weeks out, so I just went ahead and made my own. We've got a plasma cutter, so I cut that out. And I keep all the recovery here. These are our soft shackle of shame.
Yeah.
And it's nice because in the 4Runner you can roll down the window, and so you don't have to open all this stuff up. You can roll down the window and you can reach in here and grab this kind of stuff. And I've got the power tank air system and CO2. And then I'll keep the chainsaw on this side with some miscellaneous tools.
Great chainsaw.
There's chainsaws are valuable because
Chainsaws have saved our butt many times.
yeah, things fall across the trail. That's pretty much the back end. And then
That's well thought out.
around the front, we've got on the front. I've got the dash mounts, and those came from Expedition Essentials. It's the T4R PAM, and that holds the RAM mounts for my phone and my iPad.
Now there's goodies underneath that make a big difference that we can't see because you've re-geared this.
What really makes this 4Runner special to me is I've got the Magnuson supercharger and then the Nitro 488 gears. And so one of the big complaints about the 5th gen 4Runners is the power, lack of power. And when you add all this weight, bigger tires, you need to supplement that power. So right now, I've got 30% more horsepower and torque than normal. So it makes it about equivalent to a V8.
Oh, wow.
And then the cold water run, following Nathan through all that, made us realize that I needed a snorkel. So we went with the TJM. I like this one over the ARB. My son's got the ARB snorkel on his Tacoma, but this one kind of wrapped real tight, and I kind of like the way that looked. So that's a big improvement too, and we use that quite a bit. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is.
You're missing one of the most important things.
What's that?
You know, you don't just have a back locker, a rear locker.
Oh,
You've also got a front locker now.
So like I said, running around with these Jeep Rubicons, I hate getting stuck, and I hate them just walking through everything. And so yeah, we added the Harrop locker on the front too. So
It's still factory in the rear, right?
factories in the
Okay.
rear. Yep.
You're clear now. There you go.
We're just using the easy button.
Now turn passenger. Now turn passenger. There you go. Well, it has definitely proven itself in Colorado, in Moab. You did Hell's Gate with this.
But yeah, we've done Hell's Gate, Hell's Revenge, the whole trail.
Hold that right there. Driver. Whoa. You're on 3. Hold it slowly. Driver, rear driver's coming up. Come on. Get that momentum. Get momentum. Turn driver. Turn driver. Yes, sir. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's done well. I mean, I make fun of John, and because your Rubicon and his Rubicon, they just walk over everything. But our 400s make it look exciting because we tip up quite a bit and
It's my goals with the
everything.
Grand Cherokee.
But yeah, it keeps up with you guys, so I'm happy with it.
It does. I think what people like about our channel is because it's not just a Jeep channel. It's not just a Toyota channel. We've got the great mix of rigs because we've got the
Nathan's
Jeeps.
ZR2,
We've got Nathan's ZR2. We've got
Tacomas.
Tacomas, Forerunners,
Jeeps.
non-Rubicon Jeeps.
Grand Cherokee.
And we added a Grand Cherokee to the fleet if she will wheel it.
We'll get her out there eventually.
Yeah, it may take a year, but yeah.
And with the roof nest, I also added the racks on the top. Oh, I'll tell you what else I did too that people ask me a lot about. Because my roof nest is so tight to the roof, I had a Pioneer rack from Rhino deck system or platform, and I removed that platform and I mounted the roof nest directly to the backbone system that they had.
Oh.
So it gave me a couple more inches clearance back down, and I wasn't using the platform at all, so I got rid of that weight a little bit. So
Nice.
that's something else I did. I get asked about a lot.
Well
And
done.
then I run the Max Tracks on the top, which we use every now and then.
We do.
Yep. I think that's about it.
Well, it's an awesome rig, and as far as Toyotas go, it's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
So it does well.
And my son's got a 2016 Tacoma TRD Off-road, and we try to keep them pretty close. But this weekend was the first time he saw my 35s on,
Now he's jealous.
and he was very jealous.
And now you've got to put 35s on his.
Not
so,
yet, not yet.
But you
Probably
want
coming.
to,
Yeah, it'll be coming.
because that way you guys are running the exact same wheels, the exact same tires. And so if someone has some major issue and you need to borrow the extra spare.
Well,
or
and I
something.
keep the a 33-inch spare underneath simply because Matthew has blown 2 tires on a trail and ruined a rim. So
Yeah.
he actually had to use one of my spares one time. So I'm thinking, for Moab and some of those Colorado trips, if I did have an issue with a tire or whatever, I like having that extra one just in case. And it does add a little weight, but it's just a peace of mind. So yeah, I'm running 2 spares basically.
Cool. Well, thanks for walking us around. I learned
Yep.
some things that I didn't know about it today.
Very good.
So, but it's awesome.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.